Get ready for University of Georgia basketball.
Dogs play here.
It is going to happen here in Georgia.
He is good. He muscled it in through 2 tech defenders.
I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Good old man. Come on, Blue Kane strokes it from the right corner.
Go Dogs.
Shoot that boy. And it's right. Oh, yeah. Got the bounce off the rim and the glass in it ball. Georgia will win it. How about them Dogs?
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
National anthem in progress in Tallahassee. So while we have the opportunity, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification and then get you back out to Tallahassee on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Superstations.
Tip-off for the Dogs and the Seminoles moments away. It's time for our keys to the game, driven by Ford F-150. Check out the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs at your local Ford dealer today. Now, once again, the official Chuck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Chuck Dowdle with our keys to the game.
All right, Scott, what am I going to tell you? Well, I'm going to tell you it's going to be like voting in Chicago. We're going to press early and often, all right? Because if we can do that and be successful with it, we're very similar teams, but we get more turnovers in those easy buckets. Jump out to a quick lead, that would be very nice. Secondly, we got to handle that 3-2 zone. Penetrate or get a foul line pass, and then we got to move the ball quickly. Make them chase the ball around that zone. You want to see something get a team out of a zone? Make them chase it on the outside or knock down threes. Either one, very effective on getting teams out of a zone. And finally, we got to create our own energy tonight. This is not the biggest crowd that we have seen this year, and it's not the second biggest or the seventh biggest.
So you're saying it's not real big.
I'm getting down there, aren't I? So we're going to have to create our own energy, and that's something that we can do if we can get off to a quick start and get, we've talked about this before. When you start knocking down shots, it's contagious. So let's create our own energy by knocking down shots early and then let that spread teammate to teammate.
Georgia wearing the black throwback uniforms tonight. All black jerseys and shorts, red lettering and red piping around the jersey and along the bottom of the pants. Florida State all in their home whites with their garnet numbers and lettering. Officials tonight, Lee Cassell, A.J. Desai, and Justin Porterfield.
Kind of a good luck charm having Lee back on the court. Wasn't he? Didn't you tell me he was working the game that Justin hit the last second shot for?
That's correct. Yeah, he was working the floor 2 years ago when we were here in the SEC ACC Challenge. So maybe that will be a good luck charm. As we said, TV pushed the tip time back 5 minutes, so a 9-10 start. Luke Laux is the Florida State head coach. This is his first collegiate coaching job. He's a young guy, too, 35 years old, former assistant with the Sacramento Kings, and he spent some time as an assistant with the Golden State Warriors, too, and that's been the extent of his coaching career.
Yeah, 35. I was going to say, I've got ties older than him that I wear.
Well, Leonard Hamilton retired, stepped down after last season. 23 years he was the head coach here in Tallahassee. 37 years total. He was the head coach at Oklahoma State for a while and Miami as well. So he stepped down at 77 years old and the winningest head coach in Florida State history with 460 wins. So Florida State hoping they have picked the right guy to replace the legendary Leonard Hamilton here. Luke Laux was actually a Florida State guard for Leonard Hamilton. He was hired last April, so he played for the previous head coach. Both teams are on the floor, and we're ready to go, but TV hadn't turned us loose yet.
That's a pretty good start. I mean, to have this job as your first college job.
Here's the toss and the tap. Not to our left in the corner, and Wilkinson and Robert McCray will chase it down. One for Georgia, one for Florida State. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to award the ball to Florida State over with Jeremiah Wilkinson. Florida State got it back. Jones on the drive, feeds it on the bounce in the paint as he ran out of room to Steen. Kick it out for a three from McGee. That's no good. Rebound saved over the inline by Blue Kane. Lobs it up ahead to Wilkinson. He's going to dribble and drive, take it inside, and lay it up from the left side of the rim.
And all of that was keyed by the hustle and determination of Blue Kane. Saved it out of bounds and in a great pass.
Terrific play by Blue to get it started. And those are the first points for Georgia. Florida State with a 3-2 lead.
We'll take that.
Yes, I think that may be a break. But as you said, we will take it. Georgia will inbound near the right baseline in front of our bench. It'll be Ross that carries it across the timeline on a walk. He'll skip it to his left to Wilkinson. Somto comes out to set a screen. Ross feeds to his left to Wilkinson, back to Jordan. Ross with a right-hand dribble, stops on the right block to Kane in the corner along the baseline. Euro step and a reverse lay-in, good by Blue.
Yeah, Blue faked him out. He faked the big man to end like he was going into the middle of the lane. And when he went there, Blue went right underneath the basket and reversed it.
Dogs with a 4-3 lead. Florida State basketball. Wiggins with a shot fake from the three. Going to drive inside awkwardly. Tried to windmill it up. Yeah, Florida State just 1 for their first 8 from the field. Catchings has possession for Georgia. He dribbles along the wing, goes to Bailey, head of the key. He'll feed Somto, right elbow. He pivots, goes back to Catchings, wide open three. Back of the rim, won't go. Somto powers in for the rebound, and he got fouled on the putback attempt. Man, he went strong to the glass.
Well, he came from the free throw line. He had a little opportunity to build up a little momentum.
Here's Basong on the drive down to the block. Nice wraparound down the lane and a dunk by Shah Muhammad, a 6'11 senior transfer from UMass. And it's 8-6 Dogs by 2.
Our defense.
Dogs attack with Ross, and that's going to go.
But it went anyway. They were calling goaltending, but the goaltend, it went anyway.
Fails to convert. Dogs rebound, come down the other end quickly. Wilkinson with a missed three. Offensive rebound. Somto and a putback dunk. The Bulldog big man flushed it home. Dogs 12, Florida State 6. Georgia has possession. Ross dribbles on the logo. Now in front court. Georgia with Ross and Wilkinson. Blue Kane's back in. Cannon, Catchings, and Somto Surreal are starting 5 back on the floor. Catchings, right-hand dribble, now left, now through the legs, behind the back, pull-up three. Good, he rattled it home. Cannon, Catchings with a Scana Energy three, and that's our first of the game.
Well, he put on a little show, first of all, a little dribbling exhibition, then did step back, knock down the three.
That lopsided loss to Texas A&M last Friday, and he misses both free throws. Florida State as cold on the floor as it is in this building tonight. 15-6, Dogs lead it. Alley-oop lob from Wilkinson to Catchings, right side of the rim, and Cannon with a flush.
Well, we sat here and watched them warming up, the Dogs, and they practiced those alley-oops. Paid off.
Thing they are doing well, and Steen with a pump fake and a lay-in. Georgia inbounds quickly all the way to the rack. Wilkinson takes it in and lays it up in 2 and scores right there for his second bucket of the game.
Wilkinson is literally blink your eyes, half court to the basket.
Luke Laux.
He is that
quick. The lane misses a looping layup. Not sure he needed to loop it. He probably should have just laid it in because Georgia wasn't contesting it. He missed, and we rebound. Dogs have possession and a 9-point lead. Alley-oop lob from Blue to Kareem Stagg and the left side flush. And a steal Smurf and a lay-in good.
Well, that's a quick 4. That's a quick 4. And they threw it away, didn't they?
Or we tipped it out.
Oh, okay.
And Somto gets a two-handed rebound. Bounces to his right to Smurf. Across the timeline goes Georgia's diminutive guard. They feed it to Bailey. Deep in the corner, Wilkins has it now. Back to Smurf. He pump fakes and dribbles and drives inside, surrounded by a triple team. Kick out. Wilkins, good! Three-pointer, a Scana Energy three by Jake Wilkins.
And that wasn't a shot selection. Shot selection before with Cannon, it was a bad shot selection. We missed it. Jake takes a good shot selection, makes it.
The culprit there commits his second foul. We inbound it again, reset the clock to 20. Smurf dribbles along the right baseline, skips it into the corner. Ross to Dylan James, head of the key. Dylan will dribble with 8, with 7. Over to Wilkins. He'll put it on the floor and drive. Floater, kiss, glass. Good!
Way high off the glass.
Jake Wilkins. Nice play by the freshman from Lilburn, Georgia. He's got 5 points, 28-18, Georgia by 10. First on Ross. Florida State will inbound on the left baseline. They skip it into the lane. Steen collects it, shoots and misses from 5 feet. And on the rebound, he gets it, but there's a foul on the play on Dylan James. That's his first, team 6th. Still not a shooting situation for Florida State, but they get to inbound the basketball again. McCray steps out of bounds, will throw it in. Dylan James guarding the inbounds. He lobs it into the 6'10", Chauncey Wiggins. Here comes a long three, rattles out. Wiggins goes to the rack, rebounds, and puts it back up and in.
But again, we're not doing a good job defensive rebounding.
36-23, Georgia with a 16-point lead. Wilkinson for 3, count it! Jeremiah left of the circle with a Scana Energy three-pointer here, getting late in the first half. 39-23, Georgia. And as McCray spins down the right edge of the lane, there's a whistle and a foul. And this one goes on Jeremiah Wilkinson, and that gets Florida State into the bonus finally with 4 minutes even showing on the clock. First foul of the game on Jeremiah Wilkinson. Abson, Catchings, Blue Cane, and Wilkinson. The rest of our crew on the floor. We inbound it to half court to Jeremiah. Wilkinson will flip it to Catchings. Cannon spins inside the arc to the elbow, bounces it out to the wing to Smurf. He'll dribble through the lane to Wilkinson, catch and shoot, 3. Oh, net!
That's beautiful.
Wilkinson with another three-pointer. He's in double figures with 11 now, his second 3 of the game, and it's 42-24. Smurf with the basketball and a handoff from Abson. He was bumped a little bit, tried to accentuate the call, didn't get it. Wilkinson floater to Abson, caught it on the left side of the rim, down low on the floor, and then just laid it in uncontested. Good. Justin Abson has scored for the first time tonight. 44-26, Georgia. Dogs rebound the missed free throw. Smurf's got the balls. He spins into the front court with 35 seconds to go in the half. 19 on the shot clock for the Dogs. Smurf dribbles over the logo. Slow bounce pass to the right to Wilkinson. Pulls the ball up high on his left shoulder. Now puts it on the floor. Drives with the left hand. Skip pass. Right corner. Smurf for 3. Won't go. Somto offensive rebound. They don't have to put it back up, but he will, and a dunk. They had 18 seconds left. Could have held it for the last shot. But Somto said, I can't pass this up. And he flushed it home. 6 seconds to go in the half. Florida State with the basketball down 19. McCray for a 3, draws iron, as most of them have, and that's the end of the half.
Well, the Dogs, who average 99 a game, put up 49 here in the first half against the Seminoles for a 19-point lead. And quite honestly, left some pretty easy points out there on the floor. But nevertheless, here off to a great start. Now we got to make sure that we come out here in the second half and this first 5 minutes come out and extend this lead. Don't let Florida State make a run here in the first 5.
Georgia's big lead of the half was 20. The halftime lead is 19. It's the Dogs 49, Florida State 30 here in this version of the SEC ACC Challenge in Tallahassee. Time now for the halftime report with Matt Schweikert. He's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional, hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Again, your halftime score from the Tucker Center in Tallahassee. Dogs 49, Seminoles 30 on the Bulldogs Sports Network. 19-point lead, 49-30 at intermission. Georgia will get the basketball to start the second half. Jordan Ross standing across the way at the midcourt line, waiting to get the ball from Lee Cassell. Are we always waiting on television? We wait on Chuck at the hotel, and we wait on TV at the arena. Anybody that knows Chuck knows that's completely false.
We're usually waiting on the Road Dogs Uber.
We do that from time to time. All right, Jordan's leaning back on the scorer's table. It's like, all right, let's go. And he will throw it in to Wilkinson, back to Ross, and let's play a little basketball. Here are the final 20 minutes. Wilkinson sends it to Ross near side, fakes the corner pass to Blue. Now he'll come up the wing, fake the three, put it on the floor, send it to Cannon in the left corner. Cannonball three won't go. Offensive rebound, no good by Kane. He gets another one and puts it back up and in on the second
I think
go-round.
he did that just to pad his rebound stats. he missed that first one, so it came right back to him.
Well, he got 2 offensive boards and 1 basket. There's a block shot by the Dogs. Somto blocks it from Robert McCray, and the Dogs take it away. Dogs attack with Blue, drives and lays it in good. Kane with the first 2 buckets for the Dogs here in the second half, and Georgia's pushed the lead to 23. It's 53-30. Florida State, corner 3, Wigger fade, banked it home right at the end of the shot clock. He beat the clock on a turn fade 17-footer.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to your opponent, and that's one of those times. That was a beautiful shot.
Dogs attack with Blue through the lane. Sweeping lay-in good from the right side. Blue Kane's got 9.
Yeah, Blue just went and got our 2 points back for us.
59-36, Georgia. There's Cannon Catchings with a steal from behind from Wiggins. Dogs skip it up ahead to Blue. He feeds Somto in a dunk.
Look at the poor basket.
It's crying.
It's crying.
Weeping.
It's crying. Look at it.
Blue Kane,
my goodness,
feeds the big man, and he ate on that play. 61-36, timeout. Florida State. Dogs lead by 25. You gotta love it. 17 minutes to go. Timeout in Tallahassee. Now this on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Somto thought he got fouled. No whistle. Florida State's got the ball. McCray on a dribble and a drive. And the left-hander scores from the left side. Back-to-back buckets for McCray. He's got 14 now. Smurf up the near sideline. To Cannon Catchings in the right corner. Dogs in the front court leading by 21. Smurf at the elbow. Dribbles across the free throw line. Gets it out on the wing now to Blue. Gets a screen from Somto. Screen and roll over to Smurf. Wide open 3. Good! All net. Smurf Millender
stripped it
with a Scana Energy 3-pointer deep on the left side of the floor. Smurf with his first 3-pointer of the game. 64-40 Dogs. Florida State throws it away. Picked up on the bounce by Bailey. Overhead bounce pass to Blue. He drives and lays it in from the right side.
What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful pass.
From Justin Bailey, who got the assist. As he draws Florida State 2 points closer. It's a 24-point Georgia lead, 66-42. Dogs had some trouble getting it in. Catchings finally sends it into Bailey, who drives, wrap around underneath to Justin Abson. Floats it up and in right under the bucket. Nice play by Bailey and Abson. In the corner now, A.J. Swinton in the game for the first time. Misses a 3 left corner. Rebound to the Dogs. Here comes an alley-oop to Wilkins. Missed it. Catchings went in and get the offensive rebound and the putback lay-in.
Yeah, the alley-oop was just a little too much alley on it. Otherwise, it was going to be showtime with Jake Wilkins.
He was headed down the court with a full head of steam. Somerville, 6'3" from Bowie, Maryland, transferred from the Riverhawks of UMass Lowell. He was a former America East Rookie of the Year there. 3 by the Dogs. Smurf from the left wing. Good all net. Smurf Millender rips a Scana Energy 3. His second of the half. 73-44 Dogs. Or never got the shot off. Dylan James picks up a slow rolling ball in the lane on the left end. And the Dogs carry it into the front court. 76-44 Dogs. We approach 11 minutes remaining here in Tallahassee. Dylan to the rack. Well, they never got in his way, so he's like, just take it and lay it in.
Nobody wants to bother me, so.
That's what James did. He's got 6 points now. Just went right by 2 defenders and laid it up. Turnover, Florida State.
Oh, my gosh.
Wilkinson collects it in the backcourt. Up ahead to Blue Kane to the foul line. Kick back for a 3. Good all net. Jeremiah Wilkinson rips one from right of the circle. That's his first points of the half. He's got 16 in the game and 3 threes. Florida State for 3. Right wing, 6 more cuts where they're just bleeding profusely. Basong hit that 3. That's his first basket of the game. 86-49 with 9:18 to go. Wilkinson goes by the defense. Alley-oop lob to Stagg. Goes up with one hand and jams it home. Oh, yes, sir. Stagg with a bucket. His first of the half, his second of the game. Catching's trapped on side court. Finds Millender open. A head fake, a hesitation, now a drive. He gives to Kane out of the corner. Back to Wilkinson. He attacks from the left slot. Oh, no look drop off to Stagg and another dunk. He was driving right and just flipped it to his left without looking, and Stagg was waiting on the ball, and he finished strong. From Cabin John, Maryland, getting in late in the game and scoring a little bit.
Well, they've whittled it down to 35.
Look out. Kane for 3, left corner. Good on net. Blue with 17, and the Georgia fans in the building let him hear his name, Blue. And there's a good many Georgia fans in the building tonight. 93-55 Dogs. 3 years at Drexel up in Pennsylvania, and his first year in Tallahassee. Misses the second free throw. Made one, missed one. Ross fights for the rebound and gets it. Up ahead to Wilkins. Jump pass. Cannon Catchings. Cannonball for 3. Won't go. Gets his own miss. Takes it inside. No look dish to Somto. He fights. That's no good. Catchings another offensive rebound, and his putback will go. Cannon Catchings working the glass down there. He's got 15 points the hard way.
Well, right now the Seminoles are not giving it any effort at all on that glass.
Georgia takes it into the front court. Wilkinson has it. 2 guys kind of hovering him on the near side. Skips it back to Smurf. Cross court it goes to Dylan James with 15 to play on the shot clock. Blue Kane's back in. He feeds Dylan James in the corner, dribbles it out and into a double team on the left block, and they steal his ball. Dogs steal it on the other end with Absent. Beautiful with an pass. Interception. Up ahead to Smurf. He's going to drive and float it up and in good against Swinton.
And Justin Absent, that was just once he grabbed it, he didn't hesitate a split second and put the ball out in front of Smurf so that he could run after it, take it to the bucket.
McGee with his first 3-pointer of the game makes it 98-70. Somto's got it on the offensive end for Georgia, just above the left elbow. He pivots and skips it back to Smurf. Millender around the screen, dribbles inside the arc, and now out. Blue has it, thought about the 3, gives it up on the left side to Canning. Cannon Catchings, baseline 2 is good from 18. And the Dogs have gotten to the century mark again for the 4th time this year, 100 points. 100-70 is our score right now, Georgia by 30. McGee with a spinning drive to the basket and misses the lay-in. Dogs rebound. Bailey's got it quickly on the right end, and now he has scored a 3-ball from the right corner by Justin Bailey, his first bucket of the night. So everybody who's played for Georgia has scored this evening, and it's 103-73. Minute 50 remaining. Lady Dogs are going to be in this building tomorrow night for a game with Florida State. Floater in the lane by the 6'11 Maluk, and he short arms it there and hits the front of the rim, and then the rebound is touched out of bounds under the basket by the Dogs.
Lady Dogs are undefeated, I believe. Playing well.
They are. Jaden Newell and Brandon Klatsky check into the game with 1:38 remaining. Dogs with Wilkins and Stagg, Newell, Klatsky, and Ross on the floor. Florida State possession. They inbound it deep into the front court. Somerville on the near side. Back to McGee. He'll hoist a deep 3 at the back of the rim. That's no good. Two-handed rebound by the freshman Stagg. Long pass up the near sideline to Klatsky, who feeds Newell, misses the lay-in. Wilkins gets the rebound and is able to put it back up and in. 105-73. Florida State basketball, 70 seconds to go. They attack, block shot. Jake Wilkins out of bounds. A.J. Swinton tried to drive by everybody down the lane. And number 21, Wilkins, came in from behind and swatted the ball away from the basket. So the Seminoles will throw it in. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 107 remaining before Georgia's 8th win of the season. 105-73.
1 minute remaining.
Florida State dribbles with Kobe McGee at 6'5", tries to go by Jordan Ross. He punches the ball away. It's picked up on the wing and hoisted for a three by Somerville, a desperation three that ended up being an air ball with 48 seconds left. Shot clock violation on the Seminoles, and the Dogs will have possession. Stagg on the dribble. Inside the arc, feeds the baseline. Wilkins, no-look bounce pass to Newell. He goes in for the dunk, and they foul him. Jaden Newell, beautiful pass from Wilkins, Chuck. Yeah, that was nice.
A little no-look bounce pass behind his back. That was very pretty.
And Jaden Newell is thankful. He gives Wilkins a high five for that as he goes to the foul line and looks for points. Jaden has not scored this year. These are his first free throws, and that free throw is good. So there's his first point of the season. 106-73. Second free throw. Good. Right through the net. All net, as a matter of fact. Dogs averaging 99 a game coming into tonight. They score 107 tonight as the top scoring team in college basketball. There's a kicked ball by the Dogs. Florida State will inbound it. Far sideline in front court. 28 seconds to go. Swinton feeds it into Somerville. He'll dribble along the sideline, hand it off to Swinton. They go to Maluk, the big guy. Pivots in the paint. Fadeaway two won't go. Rebound tipped, taken by the Dogs. Mike White tells Jordan Ross to curl around. 10 seconds to go. We'll dribble out the clock. No more shooting. And the Dogs are going to be a winner in their portion of the SEC ACC Challenge for the third straight year. That's the ball game. Georgia 107, Florida State 73. It was a whooping tonight. And the Dogs take the Seminoles to the woodshed. 8-1 now, Georgia's record. Florida State with another loss back-to-back against SEC opponents. And they drop to 5-3. Stay tuned now for the Region's Locker Room Report. That's coming up next. Georgia, again, the final, 107-73. Dogs are winners tonight on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dogs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.